What's up, everybody? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers review. This review is brought to you by, well, just kidding. He would probably be really upset if I associated his name with Hasbro stuff. Well, we're going to bring you a review of the Studio Series Ratchet. And he's pretty good. I'm going to say just that much. He's pretty good. I'm not going to say that he's excellent. I think that he probably could have used a bit more paint. But he is pretty good. Yeah. In terms of his overall sculpt and appearance, he looks the part of Ratchet fairly well. He is heavily based off of the was it Revenge of the Fallen where it came out, or Dark of the Moon? I think it was Dark of the Moon where we first got this version of Ratchet. And I think I got him in the red version, the red Ratchet, where he looked like a fire ambulance instead of like a bright yellow ambulance. That being said, I've never actually seen a bright yellow ambulance even once in my life. So I've seen a bright yellow fire truck at the airport one time. But anyhow, he looks good. He looks good. He looks the part. I wish that he had, as I said, some of these details picked out here. Maybe could have used, I don't know. I can forgive a lot of that, but a lot of this detail and a lot of bare yellow plastic. I wish that he had more stuff here. I'm sure it'd be easier to fix if I was of an inclination to fix it myself. Also, this part hangs all the way down, but that's standard for the toy. If anybody had the Rescue Ratchet or whatever they called him from Dark of the Moon, it was basically exactly the same, more or less. In terms of accessories, he comes with this big pizza cutter for cutting big pizzas. And that's it. It plugs in there. You can plug it in on the other forearm. And that's really it for this mode. This is for his weapon that he had in the movie, but we're going to throw that aside for now. In terms of articulation, well, actually, let's go on his face sculpt real quick. I think his face sculpt is pretty good. It looks like it did in the movie. I always thought that Ratchet had a weird looking face, even now. But it does a good job of looking like the weird looking face. His head is on a rotation. It rotates just fine. It's a little stiff, and it kind of pushes this flexi roll bar part out as you rotate it around, but it's fine. His shoulder rotates like so. You've got this hinge way in there to let his arm go out a little bit. He's got bicep swivel here. He's got, it's technically a single bend, but you can utilize this this bicep joint, transformation joint, as a second. So it's like he's got double jointed elbows ish. No rotation at the wrist. Not even a little bit of wiggle that the toy this is based off of had. No waist rotation to speak of whatsoever. His hips are actually kind of loose. I don't like that. Like, they'll stand just fine. He's not like flopping over or anything like that. But they just feel like they should have and could have been tighter. His leg will go like whoosh, whoosh. In fact, if I get his arm, I bet you I can windmill his leg. Nope. This crap on the back gets in the way. You can unpeg this, kind of move it back, and his leg will move farther back. But yeah. He's got a single joint at the knee, but it bends. It looks like it's bending 90 degrees, but it's actually bending more like 110 degrees. Yeah. His feet are on a little ball joint, so they'll move forwards, not much, back a whole lot, and then they've got a little bit of ankle rotation here. There's also a transformation joint, but that's not really useful so much for poseability. And he's alright. I'm gonna save all the real scale details till I get this the line-wide review out, which I might actually do today. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, let's get him transformed up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to extend this out more or less, not all the way yet. We're going to take this and untab this. There's a tab right here that fits into a slot there. That'll tab in for robot mode. It'll untab for that. Then we're going to rotate this, and you'll see that there's like a little piece of a tab right here. That'll tab into the tab, the slot that this was in. That'll kind of go into there, just mostly for locating. It's not like meant to be like hyper secure or something like that. Next, we're going to take disconnect his upper body. Oh yeah, clip that together. Disconnect his upper body from his lower body, and we're going to rotate him right here. Now we're going to do this thing where you kind of take this and turn this on this joint here, which starts to put this in the proper position. You're going to bend his arm around backwards, so that comes around behind there. And then what you want to do is you want to take and you want to bend this and tuck the end of this underneath this roll bar. And if you do that, there's a tab in there. You'll be rewarded with the feeling of locating that tab and putting it in there. Alright, now for the feet, what we're going to do is we're going to bend them all the way back. Ooh. How did that go? Oh yeah, it went like this. And bent that all the way. Whoops, not like this. So you're going to take the toe and you're going to bend it and you're going to move the foot inwards, right? So bend it, move the foot inwards so that you can put his feet, so he can clap his feet together. You're going to rotate it as far as it'll go, and then this panel right here, you've got, well, we're going to bend it as far as you can go and then bend the toe in to fill in this space here. Now what's going to happen is this is actually a slot that's going to fit on this tab right here. And this little tab here is going to fit into that slot right there. Boom, boom. Same with the other foot. Bend, bend. Fit that into tabs and slots and slots and tabs. And then this piece is going to come around to the back. And this is going to locate around the end of the knees, and then there's a little tab in here that's going to tab into the arms. And then for this, there's a tab right here and two little tabs right here. Bam, bam, bam. And that's his alt mode. And yeah, he looks about like what you'd expect. You can stick this. This is where his arm was. That'll work, even though you just barely get clearance. That'll work. You can stick it on the back of his spare if you want as well. I mean, it looks ridiculous either way. It would have been kind of cool if there's a way to stick it like right here. Also, by the way, you can totally see how at the front when he's in his robot mode, if you want to pretend to hide that, you can turn it around, and now this vehicle just looks like it has like a scrotum on the front or something like that. Robot mode I think is better than the alt mode. The alt mode, I don't know, is alright. But yeah, I mean, there it is, Ratchet. He's a Ratchet. Ratchet. And Ratchet. I'm not sure what else I can say about it. Rolls. Paint apps carry across fairly well in this mode. I don't really like that this door panel sticks out because this is molded in clear blue plastic, because, you know, clear windows, I guess, are a thing that we really need. I mean, gosh, look at that clear window plastic. Benefits me so greatly. There's nothing more than I would love but to see his shoulder joints right now. I don't know. But, yeah, this is molded in clear blue plastic and then painted fluorescent yellow. But fluorescent yellow is one of the hardest colors to color match ever. So it matches fairly well, but not really well. You can see his hand sticking off the bottom too. I don't know how you feel about that. All in all, they did pick probably one of the better versions of Ratchet to base this deluxe off of. But that being said, it's not like fantastic. There's a reason why this guy and this are the ones that shelf warm. So anyhow, everybody, that's going to be it for this review. Thanks for watching. Really short one today, and have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.